Canadians need a new spirit. On a besoin d'espoir. Si on passe notre temps à critiquer Harper, on a besoin de savoir qu'est-ce que c'est que vous allez nous amener et surtout, comme monsieur vient de dire, for the young ones, they need to come and vote what we have to give them things, new values, the values of the liberals. Where are they? We hear only critics, and that doesn't build anything. We need a projet de société canadienne.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, thank you for your comment. And I would say that very quickly going over the Liberal Party, that until about January 2010, certainly in my experience, all the Liberal Party did was to criticize the Conservative government. That's all we did. And so your point up to that date is a valid one, because many Canadians, and we got the message, said, well, what are you putting on the table? What are your Liberal values? I would say that prorogation allowed us to get that ball rolling. We had 32 roundtables in Ottawa. We had the Montreal conference. We had some regional conferences in June. We had our leader out and about all summer and doing open mics since then. And we have actually come forward with policy since then. And I think that whilst we may be criticized, we could be criticized for being weak and having work to do on the communication side, but we have actually come forward with some very specific policy recommendations. So I think that that is something that we're hoping Canadians are going to pay a little bit more attention to. Most recently, we talked about a family home care plan, which allowed Canadians through the EI program and through refundable tax credits to get some remuneration for those who took care of sick relatives, seriously ill relatives. That is a new initiative. I have been going about the province of Quebec. It's 75 ridings, and mainly the 45 or so where we're not present at all in the Liberal Party because we're an urban party, in the regions, talking about our commitments to the regions. And those commitments touch on broadband, they touch on a forestry strategy, they touch on a food policy strategy, they touch on refundable tax credits for volunteer firemen, they talk about providing financial aid to doctors and nurses who go and set up shop in regions, and that a moratorium on the closing of post offices, which are very important in rural areas. These are being very well received in the regions of Quebec, although we could be stronger on our communications. But I think it is very important to make the point that the Liberal Party is now actually coming forward with policy. We're not just criticizing the Conservative government, because we got the message loud and clear. All you do is criticize and you don't put anything on the table. We are doing that. Our communications could be better.